Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Okay, let's get the tea out. Royalty, let's get ready right into it. Because, yeah, for one, I use Canva, but I'm just going to start looking for competitors because over the last couple weeks, they keep changing everything to the point where I am about to record or I have older stuff, but then I try to fix it or I try to get it ready to get out. And now they're like, oh, this no longer works, blah, blah, blah. You can't do like so there are old episodes that I recorded months ago, and some people are like, "Why would you do that?" Like, it's like when it comes to dating nightmares, the screenshots and everything, that doesn't change. So I can upload that anytime. But now I have to basically redo when I was like tearing down the Middle Eastern and Indian men when it comes to dating nightmares and voting because it's like I said in other episodes, some people might think, oh, now you're being racist. Like, no, I'm not. I'm telling the truth. It's like, especially how am I being racist when I'm showing the racism of them? And it's like, 'cause it's like, and that's one thing that the colonizers really trained a lot of people of color to do. Because they're like, when black people mention your racism, just call them racist. And one thing with a lot of the Middle Eastern and Indian men on dating apps, they like 2 weeks, 50 of them try to write me to sleep with me. And I've got the screenshots. Some of the screenshots are already on Patreon. I didn't put them all up because my phone, if you guys have already been listening to my episodes, you already know my phone is so full. Like every day I have to load up more pictures because now I don't like Google's doing so I don't know. It's like, but yeah, my phone, I have so much evidence. So every day I am loading and loading and loading. So yeah, there's that. But so yeah, I'm gonna read and maybe there's a reason, but maybe I was going too petty because I can be and I want to be. Because I'm tired of being the nice person. All of my life, I've always been like, you know what, give them another chance. It's like turn over the leaf or whatever, blah blah blah. And like, no. It's like the leaf I see, the side I see, that's who you are. That's how I see you. Especially when it comes to MAGA and Republicans, this is how I see you. If you voted for the orange man, this is how I see you. If you try to say, this is not what I wanted, this is not what I meant to happen, you're lying. I see this face of the leaf. That's what I'm looking at. You can't flip it over now. Don't flip it over now. Don't flip it over now, boo boo. It's like too late. No. You voted for this and not just and make sure everyone knows it because now there are some people who they're like, oh, I don't want people to know that I voted for him, so I'm just gonna lie, or I'm gonna maybe I'll just say I didn't vote at all, or maybe it's like blah blah blah. Shut up. See, don't do that. Like, if you voted for him, say it. Okay, let people know who you voted for. Let them know that you helped this country be, and I say help sarcastically, be what it's becoming. It's like, especially voting for him the first time, and now we have a Supreme Court that is filled, in my opinion, of so many racist, awful, terrible bigots, where they like every chance they get to tear down African Americans, they do it. And then there are people of color who are cheering it on because they don't think much of us. They don't think we're that smart, we're that good, we're that talented, we're that amazing or great. While at the same time, they love listening to our music. They love like parts of our culture. They love stealing our dance moves on TikTok. They love taking our fashion ideas. It's like, isn't that right? But, well, okay, I was about to say, well, yeah, well, in my opinion, but at the same time, there's articles about Kim Kardashian and some, but yeah, okay, that's a different story for a different day. But It's like, oh, and also you want our features, but you don't want the skin complexion. You want the tan, but you don't want it to be permanent. It's just interesting. But then the MAGA people say, "Oh, you hate this country. You hate this." Like, no, no. But at the same time, they're repeating. Like, a lot of these people are a lot older. A lot of these people, because I saw some videos, especially of that one MAGA guy who fell on his face. He looks like he was around either right at the end of segregation, right when they were about to start desegregation or whatever, like, but he looks like the one when he saw strange fruit he was clapping. That's my opinion. But that, like, he looked like he was the type when he saw strange fruit he was clapping for it. He looks like when he saw the sit-ins he was probably the one trying to pour a beverage over the guy. That's how and it's like a lot of these men, or these colonizer men, who were like, they were yelling and walking around and stuff, like, it's interesting because seeing a lot of these men even wearing the turning point like shirts while they are saying the R word. You know which R word I'm talking about. While they are saying the F word, that is an awful word for the LGBTQ community. It's like, oh, they know not to say the N word. Oh, yeah, it's like, yeah. But at the same time, like, that's like, African Americans, we knew to stay inside. Because, like I said, back with the sit ins and segregation, desegregation, everything like that, my ancestors fought for the rights, a lot of the rights that we and people of color have today. And it's like, some people of color were so determined for us to have to do it all over again. They cared so little for us. It's like they would hurt themselves in order to hurt us. It's like they didn't care if their own family members were going to get deported as long as it was going to hurt us. It's like when it's like people keep forgetting, but when the orange man had the nerve to say, it's like the Hispanic community was taking black jobs, but he was kind of talking about the farmers or whatever. And even after he won the election, it's it's like later on when they were talking about, like, when farmers were saying that, like, their farm help were too scared to come to work and everything, and he said, well, I thought the people from the city were gonna, like, meaning African Americans, were gonna come and do it. And then taking away DEI, everyone was cheering. Yeah, like, yeah, because if my pilot was black, I wouldn't. I would be nervous. I would be scared. I don't think he would be able to do the job. But then back to, like, the whole, like, event that happened Saturday. Like, with all of that, because people kept saying you took him out of context with that CK guy. But when you heard people wearing the Turning Point USA shirts and MAGA shirts, and they were literally saying racist, awful, terrible, bigoted things. But they keep saying that we took them out of context while they are saying the hateful, awful things. But then they turn around and say that we hate this country when we are trying to keep the rights and have the rights for all Americans, all people here, where we are trying to treat everyone humanly, respectfully, not just do a drive by and, like, oh, I see a person of color. Oh, we don't know if they're a citizen. I don't care. I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not going to ask them. I'm just going to grab them, put them in a car, and run off. And I'm going to wear a mask because I don't want anybody seeing that it's me. And I still want to know. It's like, if are any of these men single? Because, like, how are their dating apps, their profiles? What do they say? Because it's like, okay, this is just an idea, but I got this idea from another country. It's not exactly the same, so it is kind of my original idea, but It's like somewhere in Asia. I know I've mentioned this before and I still haven't looked it up because I want to do a whole episode on it, so I haven't done the research yet. But in order to be on one of their dating apps, you have to prove that you're single. Well, okay, I think we should do that in America too because there are too many married men. It's like if you guys have been looking at my Patreon, I think you might have seen like one or two of the married men. It's like 'cause some men tell like, I'm not married. Okay, okay, well look at this, and oh, in this picture, look at that finger right there. You got a ring right there. Oh, so you're divorced then? And then, yeah, they block me because they know I caught them. And this is why I say, you gotta act like you're Scooby Doo, Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys. Like the lady from Murder She Wrote. I don't like. You gotta act like you gotta be a detective because a lot of these men, and it's like it might be women too. But remember, I haven't dated them. It's like I mean, lately, hey, that's been an option, but I haven't dated them. And so I'm talking about men. I can only talk about men from experience. You gotta act like you're a detective because so many of these men lie. So many. It's appalling. It's scary. It's disgusting. But it's like I catch a lot of like MAGA and Republicans. And it's like I still don't know why so many conservative men try to match with me. But then it's like I tell them we're not a match. But then they get like, cause I think it was over the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024, when men were saying, you ladies gotta be nice to us. It's like, if you're gonna turn us down, you gotta tell us. You can't just swipe left on us. You have to let us know because you're being impolite. We were nice enough to try to pick you. And so you have to be like, so as an experiment on and off, because there's like, at a certain point, I'm like, nah, I'm not taking their crap anymore. It's like I will and I only do this on certain ones like Hinge or whatever because it's crazy because on Hinge these men don't read profiles. They don't because so many of the times there are conservatives and moderates, but while the moderates, I see one of the pictures and they have the red hat on, or they're at a rally, or just some kind of other evidence that lets me know what side of the political line they are on. So then I let them know, I'm like, we are not compatible, but I hope you find your princess or queen or whatever. And then they get mad at me. Why aren't we compatible? Why aren't we a match? Tell me. I want to know. Okay, well, I mean, we're not. We're just really, really not. And they get mad at me. And I'm like, how are you? You shouldn't be getting mad at me when at least I'm telling you the truth. I'm not wasting your time. Okay, I'm not the type of girl who's like, well, you know what? I want a free dinner anyway. So let me just pretend. Like, I'm not going to pretend. Okay, I've already wasted enough time with Mr. Lockakey and Mr. No Heart because Mr. Lakaki blackmailed me into the relationship. But okay, but it's just with so many of these conservative men, you try to, be nice. Like you will find your conservative princess. Why don't you go to a rally and talk to those girls? Why don't you go to that? Like the Republicans made a dating app just for them. Why don't you just go to that one? No, well, I'm not compatible with them. Okay, well, you're a conservative man. Okay, so you're a conservative man, but you're not compatible with conservative women. But you expect to get a Democrat woman, but a Democrat woman is going to be a Democrat woman. And a Democrat woman is going to think like a Democrat. So, how do you think that's going to? Well, she's going to learn her ways and she's going to convert. No, 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 no. Excuse me. So, you're trying to change her. Well, no, it'll be for her own good. No, no. And that's when I block. And it's like sometimes I try to wait for them to block, but then sometimes they are just so determined. It's kind of alarming. It's kind of scary with how determined they are to try to convince me to go out with them, even though we will have we would have nothing in common. And how some of them even say black women can't be as smart because yeah, one of them actually, ooh, because with I don't know why they are so determined to try to change liberal women, progressive women, because I'm not going to change my ways. And I know, I'm pretty sure I uploaded the one where this one guy, no, actually, I don't think I did. It's like I just saw it yesterday, but I was like, you know what? I was like, after I upload so many, I need to be in the right mindset to keep looking at some of these dating nightmare screenshots. But this one guy is like, he saw that I'm a liberal and a Democrat, but then he is full blown conservative. Like he didn't have any of the signs in his profile. I was kind of questioning his profile, but at the same time, he didn't have any signs of his political stance. But then he starts like questioning me to the point where I'm like, oh, he's one of them. Because he was like, oh, so as a woman, you taught college classes, you've done all this stuff. You should be done with all of that. So you would make a great mom. It's like, so you're ready to be a mom, right? I'm like, well, you know what? It's like do want kids, but I mean, as long as I live a happy life, I think that's the most important thing. And he wrote back wrong answer and blocked me. I'm just like, that would never be the type of man. Like, if a man doesn't care if the woman is happy, because I said as long as the woman is happy, he does not care if the woman is happy. Or he like the woman won't be happy unless she has kids, or like I don't like, it was just like the sharpest, like he was just like wrong answer block, and it was just like, okay, well, I'm an older woman and I plan on fostering and adopting, but I can see that's probably not going to be on his list of like, because yeah, it's like just saw a story about that woman that's on Friends. I was never a Friends fan at all, and so I don't like. I would have to look at her name to remember what her name, who she is, whatever. But she said that she doesn't want to adopt and foster, and I'm not gonna hate on her because I'm like, hey, you do you, boo. And but I'm at the, I wanted, kids naturally as well, but I've always wanted to adopt and foster as well. And because to me, I'm just like, love is love and compassion is compassion. And being a parent, it shouldn't just be like if a body pops out of my body, and even with my ex's Mr. No Heart's daughters, it's like I spent time and money, and like it's like I will never, there are some stories where I won't say until years from now, but there it's like, and speaking of like, because even politically, when the oldest daughter, I've told this story before, but the summary of the the dad or my ex picked up the girls, took them to the house. The oldest one kept screaming and crying, and she wouldn't stop crying. And he was like, she kept yelling my name or whatever and saying my name. So my ex, yeah, he would only call me when he needed me, would never call me to see how I was doing. But that's gonna be one of the next why I broke up with Mr. No Heart episodes. But yeah, he called me telling me to get to the house as soon as possible, even though he knew my mom was fighting cancer. I'm cleaning up around the house. I was working like 3 or 4 different jobs at the time. So trying to get my syllabus together for the college classes, trying to take a breath because yeah, teaching like K through 8 at the time as well. Like I was overwhelmed and like whatever. But he's telling me I have to go to his house right then because of like his daughter. He didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, oh, okay. So then I'm rushing and everything, get to the house. And then he's playing video games. It's like, okay, you call me to rush over, but shouldn't you be helping her? But you're playing video games. She's crying on the couch, but you're going to play video games. So anyways, I go sit on the couch and I'm calming her down. And finally, she tells me, yeah, it's like MAGA. Oh, she is part of MAGA because she was like, she said that her mother told her that once the orange man is in office, she was going to buy me as a slave and beat me until she eliminates my life. Yeah. Yeah, but they say CK, they say like we're taking CK out of context. But it's like there's so much racism like all around the MAGA party, but then they're like, oh, he's a Christian. Yeah, a Christian filled with hate. A Christian who, whenever he could put down black women, he did. And in my opinion, because I already showed you the one episode where I asked chat, like the chat GBT, whatever, their opinion on it. What is he, or was he jealous of black women? Like, why did he always put down black women? And also if he was a racist and stuff like that. And the score wasn't as high as I thought with the jealousy, but I still think it was a little bit of jealousy, because you have a basic white man who drops out of community college, but then he knows it's not what you know, it's who you know. And he knew a lot of millionaire, billionaire men who kept pouring in money until his business worked, until his hateful, bigotry, awful, terrible moment, like comments worked. But then he was able to put the facade of Christianity on top of that, and so like MAGA just sees the frosting, but like like the people on the left, liberals, Democrats, and progressives, we see what's under that frosting, and we know it's cow manure, but they only see the frosting. They only see that religious facade, but we know once you cut that open, what's underneath. Mm-hmm. But there's other parts of MAGA who they know what's being covered. They know what's being hidden, and they want to keep it hidden. So they want to make sure no one's able to cut that cake, because that, like, especially like one of the examples is the young conservatives, quote unquote, young conservatives, because they're 20 to even up to 40 years old, saying all of these awful, terrible, bigoted, racist things. But then they want to say we're taking them at like CK out of context. But it's like, okay, how come we keep catching MAGA, we keep catching these people in racist situations? And then don't forget Mr. No Heart's mother. She had the nerve to tell me she wasn't racist because she dated a black man. Do you know how many white people date black people just for the good? It's like, especially a lot of these colonizing women, they will get, come on now. And it's like some of us, oh, I'm not saying all the time though, but oh, if it hurt when I said it, I'm talking about you. But because like I date outside my race too, so it's like I know. It's like a lot of times it can be out of love. But when we're talking about people like Mr. No Heart's mother, Mrs. Masher, yeah, yeah, she was like, because when you say that I only got into college because I'm black, when you say that I only got a few of my job positions because I'm black, and it's like, oh, when you try to, like, I gave you guys the episode about the two-parter, about when she literally tried to give me a word game, and like to see if I was smart enough to have finished grad school. Yeah, and then whenever a crime happened, it was a black person. Oh, at least you're not one of them. And the beginning of our relationship, I didn't know he did. I didn't know they didn't know I was black. It wasn't until like year 2 or 3 or whatever, but he decided to share a picture of me to them without my permission, because it wasn't a picture that I had, like, because oh, I need to do another episode about him and social media, because he has so many bigoted, racist, awful, terrible friends on Facebook that he did not want to he didn't want to match with me on Facebook because of all of the racist people he was connect. Because I didn't know that. I didn't know that until I went to his hometown. Because like he is all the way up north, Lake City, Michigan. And it's like some people are like, oh, well, you don't know if they're racist. Yes, we. It's like I've told this story a few times. I've mentioned the story about like it was so much racism that the oldest daughter cried 2 or 3 times because of the treatment that they were giving me. And even when my ex bumped into one of his friends from high school, one of his closer friends from high school, he was talking to them for 5 minutes, didn't even introduce me. And I'm looking at him like, you see him right next to you, right? And this fool expected me after his youngest daughter graduates from high school. The stupid idiot thought I was going to move up north with him. And I told him, no, I'm not. And he was like, yes, you are. I'm like, haha, you're going to be going by yourself. And he's like, a couple other times he tried to mention, I'm like, oh, you're waiting for me to buy the house because you want to move into my house. So it's like, so yeah, once she graduates, I'm staying in my house. I'm staying where I live. I don't know where you going. And because the thing is, he's not allowed in my house because I know the trickery. He like, cause, okay, I'm kind of getting off subject, but not because it's just when I first started dating this guy, he had the nerve to lie and say he was a Democrat. But then I realized he only said that and he lied about that because I have a larger chest and that's his fetish. That's what he loves. And so then like with Facebook, I would see him on Facebook all the time, but he didn't want to be friends on Facebook. But then he knows that I don't share any of my pictures on Facebook because he told his family members about me or whatever, but I don't have any pictures on there, so they couldn't find me or they couldn't see what I look like. And so he sent them a picture of me, and that they were at a family barbecue or whatever when he did it. And when his older brother's wife, or then wife, they're divorced now. When she saw the picture, she yells out loud and she was proud to tell me this story like she wasn't a bigot. Oh my gosh, she's black. Like, okay. Because, like, and even the mom said, yeah, when he was telling me about you and that you have these degrees and all this other, like, she listed a few things. She was like, I would have never pictured a black woman. Hmm. Okay. Nice to meet you too, because this is the first night that I met her. Okay. But they are full on, like, MAGA. It's like the mom tried to turn me into a Republican. Every time I saw her, she would look. This is a black country artist. Yeah, you need to start listening to country. See, you guys sing this music too. And so then I would have to let her know, yes, like country music parts of it came from African music and sounds and things. And oh, no, I doubt that. Yeah, because you and your son brag that you never had to learn about African American history in school. So you wouldn't know about that, would you? Yes, like because, and that's another thing. There are so many white people, they would tell me how they did not learn about African American history in school and they didn't have to and they were happy about it because some of them were like, it's too depressing, it's so sad, it's ridiculous. Like, he was like, but you guys have to get your act together anyways. And I'm like, if you learned the history, maybe you would understand the hardship and the pain and the struggle. It's like, and even with the whites only town or the sundown town that they're creating right now, oh, well, if you guys just made your own town, we would celebrate. We'd be so happy for you. Okay, say that about all the massacres. Yeah, you don't know anything about African American history, so you need to be quiet, shut up, and mind your business. Or you need to look it up, go to a library. So then maybe you can have some common sense. Because now, like, MAGA keeps trying to tell black people what they need to do, how they need to act, and what they need to think or whatever. But at the same time, they're drowning in ignorance. But it's amusing. But thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.